Hey y'all, how you feeling? Imagine some of y'all are numb or scared or angry or frustrated, nervous. I felt all those things in the past 24, 48 hours. And for today's Patrick's Ponderings, I wanted to come to you with some genius idea that would give you an abundance of hope. Don't quite have that. But I also refuse to just offer these empty platitudes. When I was thinking about that idea of these empty platitudes, I thought about a piece of scripture because sometimes people do that. They take Bible verses out of context to try to give us hope, and it just becomes kind of empty and weak. I was thinking about this one verse from Jeremiah chapter 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper and not to harm you, plans to give you hope for the future." Beautiful words from Jeremiah. Well, God speaking through Jeremiah. But sometimes that verse is really taken out of context to try to comfort us or get us excited or inspire us. I remember having a high school girlfriend break up with me, and a friend just kept reciting that to me over the phone when my 16-year-old awkward sophomore in high school self just couldn't seem to get over it. Or I remember seeing it engraved on all sorts of gifts when I graduated high school or college or seminary. This idea of, oh, be excited about the future because God's got plans. The thing is, chapter 29 of Jeremiah isn't really fitting for a high school breakup, nor for graduating high school or college or seminary. It's a really disturbing part of Jeremiah. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has had troops go into Jerusalem and brought all sorts of Israelites out into exile from Jerusalem to the capital of Babylon. And some folks stayed, some folks didn't go into exile. Some folks died and got killed. So folks that have been plucked out of Jerusalem and now in Babylon, there's people that they know were still alive that they're missing, and they want to know if they're okay. They've been separated from their families. There's some folks who know that they have loved ones died. They witnessed them die. They're carrying that trauma. Some folks just don't know which way is up now that they're in exile in this place that's unfamiliar, and they've been conquered, and their hope is lost, and they're wondering, does God even exist? Does our God care about us? How did God let this happen? Or why did God make this happen? And God speaks through Jeremiah to them to say, like, I know the plans I've got for you. There's hope and there's a future. There's prosperity. But then here's the kicker. God goes on to say, it's going to be 70 years. So you need to get comfortable. You might not see your home. Your children might not see your home. Your grandchildren might, in 70 years, your grandchildren might make it back, but it won't really be their home because they won't know that place as home. So Jeremiah is kind of delivering some hard news. It's hopeful, but it's hard news when the news is that God is in the long game and things aren't necessarily going to be better tomorrow. I thought about that a lot last night and today, that there's a lot of folks that are okay with white supremacy and systemic racism and climate change and families separated at the border, nuclear weapons, children in cages, forced hysterectomies. And then there's folks who deny that any of that even exists. And that's scary. So my hope that things are better or will be better in a day or two or in a week or in a year, that hope is diminished. So I'm trying to find hope in the reality that God is faithful to us and that God is in the long game. And I try to find hope in the saints that have come before us, that have worked so long and so hard. The Ruth Bader Ginsburgs, the John Lewises, the Rosa Parks, those folks that modeled for us what this can really look like to be resilient and for years and years and years to be at work for the world that we want to live in, for equity and hope and beauty and love. So friends, try to find hope in the long game. Try to find hope that God is with us and God is at work, but it might not all come together tomorrow, that we still have a lot of work to do. And take care of yourself and take care of those around you. Drink water, get rest when you can, eat well, and do what you need to do. If you need to cry, if you need to go out in the yard and scream, it's okay. I have. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself and each other. I know that you are loved. Your church community is here for you. We continue to pray for you and reach out to us. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if there's anything at all you need. You are loved by God and by this community. I love y'all. Go in peace.